What's up, gamers and geeks? Matt here with That's Fair Podcasting and Gaming Geeks Live. And I'm going to ask you, who here is looking forward to the Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake? Now, the reason I'm calling it a remake now and not a remaster is there's been quite a bit of information released recently about what they're going to be adding to this remake now, not remaster. And it's safe to say that Assassin's Creed Black Flag in the entire series is a fan favorite. Now, what I'm going to want to know from you guys, if you don't mind, in the comments section, let me know what it is that you are looking forward to, or is all of this information you're about to hear going to persuade you to buy it or dissuade you? Either way, I want to hear from you and I want to know what you think, so stay tuned. I think of all the Assassin's Creeds, even though it isn't the most financially successful, it is by far the most fan-favorited one. I mean, I don't know about you, but when I was Edward Kenway and I was on, his ship, what the fuck's it called? The Jackdaw? I remember that I love the ship naval warfare and I love the stealth mechanics. So in a lot of this changing, what is going to, be made of it? Is it going to be better? Is it going to be worse? Only time will tell. But again, if you are new here, please feel free to subscribe to That's Fair Podcasting or Gaming Geeks Live, whichever you're watching it on. Maybe like the video, help us out, get more clicks. You guys were at your mercy, so it's always, you guys helping us. And if you don't do any of those and you just watch this pointless video, thank you so much. I sincerely appreciate it. It means the world to me. And by the way, for the latest subscribers that have jumped on and joined us, thank you so much. I welcome aboard. I try to talk to every one of you when I can, so please feel free to comment. I will reply to you for sure. I love talking to you guys. But, what is it about Assassin's Creed Black Flag that makes it so goddamn addictive to play? Like, I don't know about you, but I remember the naval warfare, building Kenway's fleet, and I just remember absolutely being enthralled with this. And let's be honest, it probably is, at least upon its release back in 2012 or 13. I don't remember for sure. But anyway, I just remember this was the most entertaining. Now, my favorite has always been Assassin's Creed Unity. I loved Arno, I loved the parkour, and I loved the story. But the best of the series is Black Flag, even if it's not the most financially successful, which I believe is Valhalla. But a quick rundown of the series, it started off just absolutely badass. In 2007 with Altair, then you had Ezio come along, then you had Connor, and then you had obviously Edward Kenway. And then I believe after that you had two released the same day. You had Arno Dorian on the Xbox One, and then on the Xbox 360 or the other consoles, PS3 to PS4, you had, obviously Rogue. And so they were released on the same day. And then you had, I believe, Syndicate, where you were Evie and Jacob Fry. If I'm skipping any, I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Then you had Origins. I know I'm skipping one in there somewhere, it feels like. But you had Origins with Bayek, and then you had Odyssey with Alexios or Cassandra. Then obviously you had Eivor with Valhalla, and then I haven't bought any of the latest ones. Mirage, or definitely not Assassin's Creed Shadow, because I don't like the direction Ubisoft is going. I think they're a little too progressive for my taste, and literally I won't bother. And I really hope they keep that progressive shit out of this remake, now not remaster, of Black Flag. But let's start off. They're cutting the modern day storyline of Assassin's Creed Black Flag, meaning there will be zero Abstergo playthrough from what I've been reading and what you can probably find. But it's going to be changed to an RPG element, much like you're familiar with in Odyssey and Valhalla. They're going to bring that format to it. Now, I have a feeling that so many of you are not looking forward to that. You like the straight storyline of Edward Kenway, and I get that. If it's not broke, don't fucking fix it. But, unpopular opinion I'm about to throw out, I enjoy the RPG element. I thought Ubisoft's RPG style was pretty damn good. Odyssey I put more hours into than any other Assassin's Creed by far. And I love the RPG. I love choice. And I don't know about you. Yeah, Odyssey and Valhalla seemed like they were a little too big for their own good. Maybe they were. And I know that Assassin's Creed Shadow, even though I didn't play that piece of shit, I know Assassin's Creed Shadow is also an RPG element. They were supposed to be their last one, but I do know now that this remake, not remaster, is going to have the hard RPG element. Now, the combat in this is also going to be along the lines of what you're used to in an Odyssey and a Valhalla. So the combat mechanics of Kenway using his cutlasses and whatnot is going to be a little different. Don't expect it to be the same counters and attacks and whatnot. You're going to have what we're used to in like the type of Odyssey and Valhalla in this one. Not a fan of that combat. Although I am a fan of their RPG element in their Assassin's Creed, I was never a fan of the combat element in that. I like the actual combat mechanics of, let's say, Edward Kenway, Connor in Assassin's Creed 3, and Ezio. I thought those were the best. I had the best time with it. But anyway, there's also going to be added to Edward Kenway. You're going to have loot and gear stats with an inventory type of system that you're probably used to that in, again, Odyssey and Valhalla. Those who played Shadows probably too. But you're gonna have a loot and gear stat, which we didn't have. You just put on the one uniform and then you put on the little leather armor that he put over it, and you could change to buy different uniforms, but all of that's different now. It's going to have an inventory situation where you can change your loot and stats. I don't know how you feel about that. I'm kind of eager to see the difference. I mean, if I didn't like it, I could always go back to my older day. I still have the hard copy of Assassin's Creed Black Flag. So yeah, it is what it is. As far as map size, we're looking at the same map size. The difference there is islands will have more activities and content on them. So like when you go to Antigua, maybe the home base of Nassau, when you go to these different islands, you're going to have more content, and there's going to like literally be more activities to do on there, much like we're used to again in Odyssey and Valhalla. Again, not a red flag to me. I actually like that idea. I want to do more than just go to those pigeon coops and look up bounties. I want more to do. I want, make the game last longer. Now, don't make it so damn big that, we almost lose interest, kind of like an Odyssey and a Valhalla. But still, give us more activities and more content on these islands. I don't mind that. That doesn't bother me. I'm actually looking forward to that. I really am. There's going to be, like I said, with the content added and whatnot, again, I stress to you, there's going to be, like I said, zero modern day Abstergo storyline at all. We're not going to present day. It's strictly staying in 17th century West Indies, which I'm fine with. I wasn't really big on the Abstergo stories, but yeah, what are you gonna do? They do want to reimagine this in a more current Assassin's Creed game. And that's the next thing I was going to tell you. So it will be re-imaged or reimagined in what we're used to now. And I know that, after Black Flag, when I think the start of Origins, when that came out, I think that their fan base started to wane a little bit. I think that they started to lose it. And I enjoyed the hell out of Odyssey and Valhalla. And I don't mind the engine that it's played on. I don't mind the format that they run with the RPG element. I'm actually looking forward to this. It's not a deal breaker for me by any means. They're going to also use some of the tech. Here's a red flag. They're going to be using some of the tech that they used in Skull and Bones, some of their new tech development from Skull and Bones. Now, just use some of the tech development and stop, because Skull and Bones was absolute ass. Dog piss in the highest degree. And if they try to make it in any format or style that they did Skull and Bones, that game is dead on arrival, in my opinion. So if I don't mind some of the tech mechanics will be used. Okay, but don't go anywhere else with stealing from Skull and Bones. I mean, they need this to be a win because of the failure of Skull and Bones, the failure of Star Wars Outlaws, and I can't say failure of Shadows, but I damn sure can't call it a success either. It wasn't the end-all be-all big-time Japanese setting that we loyal fans were waiting for. Nowhere near. But good news is it's still allegedly scheduled for an early 2026 release. Who knows how long they've been working on this, but it is supposed to be released in early 2026. So guys, this is pretty much the gist of what is coming to Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Now we know remake, not remaster. Although in many ways it'll be remastered with a newer engine in Unreal Engine 5. The Caribbean, Unreal Engine 5, yes, please. Just got a new high-def TV. I'll be playing that on by the time it comes out. So, again, RPG element, no Abstergo current day storyline. They are going to be changing the combat mechanics to what we're used to in the latter Assassin's Creeds. They're going to basically reimagine it in the format that we are used to. So, guys, I'd like to know your opinion. I have a feeling it's about 70-30, and that's being generous, against this game. 70 against. That's just my opinion. I've not seen a lot of positive comments on YouTube with the release of this new information, or Facebook, whatever you watch this on. But guys, that's pretty much it. If I had to tell you my overall opinion, I'm looking forward to it. I'll buy it. Like I said, keep the progressive shit out and make us gamers happy, but don't overdo it. I think it could be a recipe for success. Again, unpopular opinion, I enjoy the RPG mechanics. That's just me. Even though I still love single-player driven story mode Assassin's Creeds like Edward Kenway and Connor and Arno. But anyway, guys, that's really all I have. Please feel free to subscribe to That's Fair Podcast and more Gaming Geeks Live if you don't mind. Again, like this video. We are at your mercy. You're helping us out, and thank you, subscribers, for jumping on. I sincerely am glad you are with me. And if you don't do any of those and you just watch the video again, honestly, that's what means the most. So thank you, gamers, and all love to you, and I am outro.